Now, you would think that the pre-attack or attack stages are probably the most important, but they're really not. The most critical is the post-attack stage, because again, we're doing this from an offensive point of view. So it's the responsibility of the tester to basically clean up their mess. We got to make sure that we return systems to their pre-test state. You don't just go through and make a mess of things, right? So we would want to go through and remove any files that we uploaded. Any files that you make modifications to, you'll want to make sure that you restore those and any settings you may have changed. That's why it's important to document every step along the way. You'll also want to go through and undo any privileges or user settings if you've done any privilege escalation. And of course, we also want to make sure that we restore the network in case we've made changes to DNS or IP addresses. And then we want to make sure that we remap the network state to make sure that it meets the same state before we came in. If you've gotten into the registry in any way whatsoever on any systems, you want to make sure that you return those to their same settings as well. And sometimes we'll even do things like create different shares and connections. We've got to undo those. And you'll also want to make sure that you document all the logs that were captured as well as entries that were modified. Afterwards, you'll want to go through and analyze the results. And as we've talked about it before, we just don't create problems. We have to create solutions. And after we've done all that, we then present that to the client. And when you present that to the client, it's kind of essential that the pen tester identifies critical system and critical resources that are at risk and come up with kind of a prioritized list of what needs to be modified first.